Have you ever heard of a car that can drive over 1,000 kilometers on a single charge? Yeah, that's not science fiction anymore. Mercedes actually built one. It's called the Vision EQXX. And trust me, this isn't your average EV. We're talking about a machine so efficient it makes other electric cars look like gas guzzlers. And here's the wild part. This isn't just some futuristic drawing or a crazy idea. Mercedes has already taken it on real road trips across Europe and the Middle East, proving that it can actually do what it claims. So in this video, we're going to break down what makes the EQXX such a game changer. From its sleek spaceship-like design and sci-fi interior, to the battery tech that could change the future of electric cars. You're watching the Auto Expert, and this one is going to blow your mind. Exterior design. Look at the shape. It's basically a teardrop on wheels. Every curve here is about one thing: cutting through air with the least resistance possible. Mercedes engineers chased a ridiculously low drag number. We're talking around 0.17 CD, which is extremely low for a road car. That's achieved with smooth, flush surfaces, covered rear wheels, tiny gaps between body panels and glass, and an active rear diffuser that only deploys when it helps. Even the door mirrors were slimmed or reshaped to let the air flow cleanly past the car. Lower drag means less energy wasted fighting the air, which directly equals more range. Interior design. Step inside and it feels like an airplane cockpit for your living room. The dash is almost entirely a single, sweeping display that runs from pillar to pillar, clean, minimal, and focused on purpose. Mercedes swapped traditional leather and plastics for sustainable materials. Cactus-based leather substitutes, mushroom-derived fabrics, and recycled plastic components in less visible areas. The layout favors lightness and visibility. Nothing bulky or heavy. The seats are supportive but trimmed to save weight, and the whole cabin prioritizes efficiency without feeling sterile or cheap. Powertrain and battery technology. Now the engine. The EQXX uses a single, compact electric motor designed to be super efficient. It's not built to be a horsepower monster, it's built to waste almost no energy. Mercedes quotes very high motor efficiency, roughly 95%, meaning nearly all the electricity used actually moves the car. The battery is roughly 100 kWh in usable energy, but packed much more tightly than you'd expect. Mercedes shaved volume and weight by using advanced cell tech and packaging. One big trick is the higher voltage architecture they used, a 900-volt system, which helps reduce electrical losses and allows systems to run cooler and more efficiently. Performance. On the road, it feels quietly competent. Don't confuse efficiency tuning with sluggishness. The electric motor gives instant torque, so throttle response is immediate and smooth. The ride is composed thanks to the wide track and the lightweight chassis, corners with surprising poise for a long-range prototype. The Mercedes focused on keeping auxiliary power use low, so the heating and cooling systems are designed to be efficient. There's a smart heat pump system, meaning you can run AC or heat without murdering the battery. In one recorded long-distance run, the EQXX averaged an impressive consumption figure, roughly 8.4 miles per kilowatt over a 1,010-kilometer trip, while using air conditioning the whole time. That kind of real-world efficiency is rare, and it shows in the driving experience. Sustainability. The EQXX's sustainability story isn't just, it's electric. Mercedes rethought the materials and manufacturing to reduce the car's footprint. Seats and trims use plant-based or lab-grown materials. Think cactus-derived leather alternatives and fungi-based fabrics. Many interior plastics are replaced with recycled composites, and even household waste-derived materials in places you wouldn't expect. That reduces CO2 from production and keeps the cabin feeling premium without relying on animal products or virgin plastics. Sustainable materials alone don't make or break a car, but combined with lightweighting and efficiency, they lower the whole life cycle emissions. So the EQXX aims to be greener, both on the road and in the factory. Future impact and Mercedes vision. So what does the EQXX mean for you and for future cars? While you can't go buy this prototype, the tech here is Mercedes' roadmap. Expect aspects of this car: better cell chemistry, smarter packaging, aerodynamic lessons, and sustainable interiors to trickle into production models over the next few years. The EQXX proves that you don't need an enormous battery to get huge range if you optimize everything else. For buyers, that could mean more efficient, lighter cars that cost less to run. For the industry, it's a nudge, a reminder that engineering and detail still move the needle as much as raw battery size. Conclusion. We've covered the skin, the brain, and the heart of the EQXX, and how Mercedes squeezed a 1,000-kilometer idea into a real, drivable car. Up next, I'll give you my final verdict and the real-world numbers that prove whether this concept should worry the rest of the EV world. You've always known BMW for its roaring engines and that classic driving thrill, right? Well, what if I told you that same DNA just got electrified in a way that might shake up Tesla's confidence a little? The BMW i4 2026 isn't just another EV in the crowd. This thing is being called the perfect blend of luxury, performance, and everyday practicality. And trust me, it's got some surprises under the hood, or should I say, under the floor. I've spent time diving into what BMW has packed inside this car. From the tech to the range, the comfort, the drive, even the quirks that might make or break it for you. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether the i4 is just another flashy EV or the one that actually makes sense to buy in 2026. Welcome back to the Auto Expert. Let's get into it. Exterior design. First glance at the 2026 BMW i4, and you instantly note this isn't BMW trying to reinvent the wheel, it's BMW electrifying their DNA. Up front, the signature kidney grille is still there, though sealed for aerodynamics, and love it or hate it, it gives the car its identity. The laser headlights, sharper, thinner, and more aggressive, adding to that futuristic vibe. From the side, the coupe-like roofline flows beautifully into the rear, sporty and sleek, but it does trade off a little headroom in the back. At the rear, slim LED taillights stretch across the trunk, clean and modern, giving the car a wide stance. Overall, it's not a spaceship like some EVs. It's a BMW sedan that just happens to run on electrons. And that's exactly the point. Interior walkthrough. Slide inside and BMW knows how to make you feel special. Right in front of you is that curved dual display, the digital cockpit and iDrive 9 infotainment system. Both crisp, sharp, and genuinely fast to use. No lag, no endless menus. Materials, premium all around. Soft leather, brushed aluminum, and if you want, sustainable trims that still feel expensive. The front seats, supportive without being stiff, perfect for long drives or spirited cornering. Rear seats are decent, but that coupe roofline does mean taller passengers will brush the ceiling. As for practicality, the trunk gives you 470 liters of space, which is solid for a sedan. And the wide opening makes loading up groceries or luggage pretty painless. It's a cabin that blends BMW luxury with modern EV tech without overwhelming you. Performance and driving experience. This is where the i4 flexes. The 2026 lineup keeps its variety, from the entry-level rear-wheel drive to the all-wheel drive M50 performance beast. The M50 still headlines with over 530 horsepower and instant torque that rockets it from 0 to 60 in under 3.8 seconds. But the magic isn't just in speed. The steering feels alive, sharp, precise, not numb like many EVs. Adaptive. Suspension balances comfort and control. Smooth in the city, tight in the corners. You get that traditional BMW confidence, just without the engine noise. Instead, Hans Zimmer's BMW sound design gives you a futuristic hum when you push it, making acceleration feel even more cinematic. Bottom line, It's quick, it's fun, and it still feels like a BMW, just electrified. Technology and features. On the tech side, BMW finally nailed the user experience. iDrive 9 is intuitive, sharp, and wireless. CarPlay and Android Auto just work. No cables, no fuss. AR navigation projects directions right into the driver's display, which makes highway exits and city turns almost impossible to miss. Driver assistance is all here. Adaptive cruise, lane keep, blind spot monitoring. But BMW doesn't go full self-driving. Instead, they give you a solid safety net while keeping you engaged as the driver. And yeah, gesture control is still around. Spin your finger to change volume, swipe to skip tracks. Cool party trick, but I'll be honest, you'll probably use the buttons more. Range and charging. Now, let's talk about what matters in an EV, range. The 2026 BMW i4 comes with improved battery chemistry, offering up to 350 miles on a full charge, depending on the trim. Realistically, expect something closer to 300 in mixed driving. Charging. On a DC fast charger, you can go from 10% to 80% in just about 30 minutes. On a home level 2 setup, you're looking at 8 to 9 hours for a full top-up. BMW also gives you access to a growing network of high-speed chargers across North America and Europe, which makes road tripping much easier than a few years ago. So, while it doesn't break records like some Teslas, it's more than enough for daily driving and the occasional long trip. So on practicality and everyday use. Here's the thing. The i4 isn't trying to be a futuristic crossover or a tiny city pod. It's a proper sedan that you can daily. 4 doors, decent rear space, solid trunk, and tech that makes commuting smoother. Running costs are also way lower than a gas BMW. Fewer moving parts, no oil changes, cheaper fuel if you charge at home. BMW's warranty covers the battery for 8 years, so peace of mind is there too. If you want an EV that still feels like a normal car to live with, the i4 nails it. Price and value. So, what's all this going to cost you? The i4 2026 starts around $52,000 for the entry RWD trim and climbs past $70,000 for the fully loaded M50 Performance version. That puts it right against the Tesla Model 3 Performance and Polestar 2. Yes, it's pricier than some mainstream EVs, but you're paying for BMW's mix of luxury, performance, and brand prestige. It's not just a car, it's a statement, and BMW knows that. Final verdict. So here's the verdict. The 2026 BMW i4 isn't the EV that's going to shock you with wild gimmicks or insane range records. Instead, it's the EV that feels normal in the best way possible. It drives like a BMW, it looks like a BMW, and it just happens to run on electricity. If you're looking for a luxury EV sedan that blends performance, practicality, and premium feel without going full spaceship mode, the i4 is easily one of the best balanced options out there in 2026. And honestly, that might just make it BMW's smartest car yet.